Friends, welcome back. In this video, I'd like to look at another machine on the Van Hub, which is EVM1. The link will be added into the description section below so that you can try it out yourself. This is the pretty easy machine. However, there will be some sort of hurdle you need to cross. Before we go ahead, if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like below. This will help me with YouTube algorithm. So without further ado, let's just get started. We can switch over to the Kali Linux VM. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be net discover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 173. So what are we going to do next? We need to do the port and safe scanning with the Nmap. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So for now, we just get out its result. Sorry. Get out its result. As you can see over here, the IP, I used the options of the scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option of all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the Nmap scanning, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open port numbers in total. Let's take a look at these port numbers one by one. The first one is 22, which is running SSH service or secure shell service, and its corresponding version information, including the exact version number 7.2 P2. Although this version is a bit outdated, but I don't think we can find any vulnerability except the username immersion vulnerability. You can use such a sprite utility to verify this. Okay, so next one is 53, which is running domain service and also the version information. I don't think we can find, for this case, we can find some useful information from this service. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information Apache 2. And the next one is 110, which is running POP3. As you know, this service normally is used by the mail reception, the mail reception protocol. But anyway, we can put it aside for a while. And the next one is used by 139, is used by the Samba service. And also this one, 445. So maybe this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 open port numbers, my bad. And the 143, which is also running a map, you know, this is some sort of the email service. And actually, maybe this is not email service anyway. Okay, so which doesn't affect our penetration. Okay, so what are we going to do next? As I mentioned in the other videos, if the target has file sharing service running, like FTP service, like Samba service, like the NFS service, such a service should become the first choice to emirate. This case would be Samba service. However, the question is how to emirate the Samba service. The major there are many two techniques. The first one, we can use SMB client with option of L and specify the port number, IP address. So what I'm talking about. So now we can press enter and provide the password of my own machine. And very quickly, we got some share information. Although we got two, but both belongs to the default shares, which cannot lead us any entry in most cases. So what do we have to do next? In terms of the Samba surface enumeration, we can use the enum for Linux. Press enter. Usually we can take this utility or this command to enumerate possible user names information. For example, this case, we can get the username is Luther, and we can note down such information onto our notebook. So far, we have already completed Samba surface enumeration. And what do we have to do next? It's time to enumerate the web application, both manually and automatically. Let's launch our browser to do the manual enumeration first. Press enter. This is the default page of Apache 2, and we can scroll down and we can find this this message. You can find me at WordPress is vulnerable. So why the machine is pretty pretty beginner level machine. Even we do not need to do the directory enumeration. We can get to know this or the directory. Okay, so we can copy, and afterwards we can check it out manually. But before I do that, I'd like to take the the standard methodology to enumerate or make furthermore enumeration with this web application. For example, we can check its source code. Nothing there. And next we can check whether we can access robots file on the target. Not found, which is fine. Next we can launch the Nikto to do the automatic enumeration. As you can see over here, the banner information, the request header information allowed HTTP methods. Even the Nikto can give us the directory and file informations like info, and we can take a look at the info to see what it's about. This is some configuration version information about the PHP interpreter, which is running at the background. Okay, and WordPress, of course, I think the WordPress, even your IP address found in the link header. However, the IP is this one. So I think this is the weird thing for this machine. As you know, the IP address of the target, the IP address is which one? Yeah, this one, 1.173, and not this one. So maybe we have some problems to render this WordPress directly. Okay, let's do it now. As you can see at the bottom, you can see the browser is trying to connect to the IP address of another IP address, not this target, 192.168.53.103. Of course, this for certain this will be not successful at all. Okay, so it means that, in other words, the page or the site of the WordPress cannot be loaded as we expected, as usual. Okay, so we can put it aside for a while, and next we can launch the GoBuster and the directory enumeration to do the directory enumeration. Okay, with the list, dbuster, directory, extension option. Press enter. You know, the GoBuster can immediately discover like info which has been discovered by the Nikto and also WordPress. Actually, the GoBuster cannot find anything beyond these two files or directories. To save time of this video, I'd like to interrupt it here. So what can we do next? We can do the particular immersion with the WordPress. Okay, so how to do? We can use WordPress again, URL, WordPress, and extension. Sorry, not extension. This option is E, which stands for immersion. We want to immerse username and plugins. Press enter. Although the WordPress site cannot be loaded, however, this will not affect to execute this utility. As you can see, the users has been identified successfully. We can copy this username and paste to our notebook. And next, you know, we just, as the target is running CMS of the WordPress, and we just, make use of standard methodology to make furthermore immersion. Okay, so how to do? We can check whether we can crack the password for this user. And we can use the locku as with the list. Locku, press enter. And this is the only user, but at this point we don't know whether this user is administrator or some normal user which doesn't have much privilege. Okay, so normally if we can get the username and its corresponding password, and then we can log in to the administrator's portal of the WordPress. However, in this case, maybe this cannot be done as we did for the other machines, because the site, because of some misconfiguration, the browser is trying to connect to another IP address which is not accessible by any rate. Okay. We can give this a bit sweet time to finish to see whether we can retrieve the valid combinations of username and password. If not, then maybe we need to, take another option to scan the plugins more aggressively. Okay. I have already demonstrated such techniques for many times. So I'd like to make very quick recap. So for the WordPress immersion and exploitation. Okay. Fantastic. The valid combinations was found, and we can copy its password and put over here. Next, because just I mentioned a reason, we cannot cannot log into the WordPress, by the usual way. So how to do? After all, our next objective here is to get initial foothold on the target. So the preferable way cannot work. So how to do? We can take another way, which is also very great. We can make use of a Metasploit console, Metasploit framework. And there is one module. The name is WordPress admin upload share module. We can utilize this module for our purpose. Okay, we can search. As you know, we cannot remember its exact name. I just remember its, the keywords or the part of the name. Okay, and then we can use this module. And we can show options. We can leave the payload to leave it to us. It is okay. We do not need to change. Leave it to default payload, and then we can show options. And we need to set a local host to our Kali Linux. Okay. And set a local port number to 555, which is my favorite port number. And also we need to set remote host to our target. And we can set a little, the target port number, remote port number. We do not need to make any change, just leave it to default one. Okay, target URI should be WordPress. And we need to set the username. Yeah, very complicated username. Corrupted brain. And also we can set the password. All right. I think I have already configured every required field or options. So for now, we can, run it. I think it's working. Oh yeah, great. Metapreta session 1 opened. We can get a UID, which is www.data. And then we can get interactive shell. Python 2 is there. Import PTY module. And we can define the variable term, xterm. And then we can clear the screen. Next, we can make local immersion. Just one normal user, root. And we can get the test. 1, 2, 3, nothing important. Even we can get we can retrieve this root password. Very, very easy. We can get out. And then I think we can switch our shell or elevate our shell to the root user very, very easily. We just switch to user, root, and then we can copy this password. That's it. It works. So now we can navigate to root directory to grab the final flag or proof. Okay? Vale, you have successfully pawned me. So that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.